back to my channel, Bookmarked by Aaliyah. Welcome if you're new here. Y'all, it's been snowing for 3 days straight. I've been hibernating. I've been a lazy bum for all those days because it was so cold outside and it was like windy snow and it's only like 32 degrees, but I think yesterday was only 20 something. So in my hibernation, I started not one, but 2 books. One is a novella. New to me author. I've never heard of the author. It's just something that was like promoted, on Kindle Unlimited. It's called Sweet Potato Kisses. And then I'm also reading A Sky Full of Love by Lorna Lewis, I believe it is. So Sweet Potato Kisses is like a cute little holiday novella. It didn't come out until November 25th. I really wish it would have come out just a little bit earlier because I would have rather read this book like right before Thanksgiving. And it's after Thanksgiving now, but it's still like a holiday read. So I'm counting it as a holiday read. It doesn't have to be Christmassy, because Thanksgiving starts the holiday season. So I'm sorry, y'all. I hate winter. Gotta have on all these clothes. I feel so jumbled up, like stuff at your neck. My shirt's up my back, but my coat's down. Like it's a whole thing with me right now. So I'm very uncomfortable. And I have this hot ass hat on too, but whatever, it's cold outside. Welcome to winter. So it's a cute Friendsgiving book. I think pretty much the main character, it's a bunch of them, but the main character is Brandy and Sullivan. Sullivan has been like MIA from the friend group, for a couple of years because he's this like big time author. Brandy, she recently broke up with her fiance. He basically said he wasn't ready, he needed space, but she's starting to connect with Sullivan a little bit. And it looks like back in college they went to Hampton. My parents and brother went to Hampton, by the way. Love that. But they went to Hampton all together, and it looks like, they haven't really dug deep into that, but they've kind of mentioned that Brandy and Sullivan might have had like a little crush thing going on, but nobody acted on it in college. So this is kind of like a second chance for them to kind of reconnect or whatever. He's feeling her, she's feeling him. Like it's cute. It's a really cute holiday read. So I'll let y'all know what I feel about that. I'm about 65% done with that one, and only like 16% in A Sky Full of Love. Now, A Sky Full of Love is a heavier read. It is about Nova and Leah, is it? Nova has been held captive for 15 years. Her daughter was 2 when all this happened. We don't know why this man took her. I don't know anything yet. It's still the beginning stages of this book, but she has just been found and, released. Her family knows that she's okay. She's alive. But the kicker with this, and it says this on the back too, her sister, Leah, in all this time she's been gone for the last 3 years, she's been married to Nova's husband. So if that's not a messy old time, I don't know what is. I'm probably just going to finish up Sweet Potato Kisses, at some point today. This is the last day of my off days, after the holidays and everything. So I go back to work tomorrow. So I got a lot of stuff to do. I said I was going to go ahead and put up my tree today, but I don't feel like it because I have to do laundry. I need to cook, because ain't nobody eating no more holiday food. I need to cook something today. So I'm actually on my way to the grocery store now because I've had no groceries. Because you know how you don't go to the store, right before the holidays because you're not cooking nothing because you're going to be eating holiday food for a while. So that ship has sailed and I need to go cook something. So I'm on my way to the store now. And I'll probably be back when I have an update on one of these books. I just want to start this vlog off now to let y'all know that I'm reading those 2 books and that I'm cold and very uncomfortable. I'm about to start talking, huh? Lay down. Lola, really? Okay, y'all. So, quick little update. I did finish Sweet Potato Kisses the other day, and it was super short. I think it was maybe like 130 pages. I can't really remember, but it was really, really cute. It was a super cute holiday novella, primarily around Thanksgiving as opposed to Christmas, but I think you could still read it for the holiday season. It was just cute. It was like those Hallmark movies. Like it was just that cute, fun, found family, friendship group, new love, finding yourself after a bad relationship. It was just cute, y'all. It was 130 pages. So it's not a lot that I can go into without literally telling you the whole story because it's so short. So if you're just looking for something quick, those quick little novellas for the holiday season, which I think I'm going to be doing instead of those thick ones or those like normal length books, you know, Christmas books or whatever, I think that would be a perfect one for you to pick up. It's a sequel to that that does revolve around the holiday season, and it's called, I don't know, pecan pie. Yes, I say pecan, I don't say pecan. Pecan pie. I don't know. I don't really know. But I saw it on TikTok that she was looking for advanced readers for it. I don't know if it'll be this season Christmas that it'll come out or next season Christmas. I really don't know. But as I just said the other time that I don't like signing up for new stuff, I did it because I'm like, it's a novella. How bad can a novella be as an art? I reached out to that author on TikTok when she posted that, and I enjoyed Sweet Potato Kisses so much that I'm like, I want something else by her. It was perfect, the perfect length, the perfect plot, enough information where you feel like you really got a story and nothing like too quick. It was cute, but anywho, so I am about a little shy of 50%. Actually, this bookmark isn't where I am. So I think I am at the 50% mark because I read on my Kindle last night after work. So this is finally getting to what I think is going to be the good part. Let me stop this thing, just get to clacking. It's so annoying. So it's finally getting to the good part. It does say it on the back. Let me make sure I'm not. Yeah, it says it on the back. So at like the 40% mark, it took that long for Leah to break the news to Nova that her and her husband are married now after Nova's, been released from captivity. So it's like I read that part, read a little more, and I put the book down. You know how it is. When that main plot drops, it's probably gonna go from there. And I was tired, and I did not feel like having one of those nights where I was up to 2 a.m. reading this book. I'll get back to it today, and that'll be that. Read during normal hours, not 2 a.m. It was leading up to it. Is really kind of the book wasn't slow, but it was very slow getting to the big reveal of, yeah, by the way, we're married. And now that she knows, I want to see what happens after this. How's she gonna live with that? Your sister is married to your husband, and because they thought you were dead, and your sister has raised your child feels like, that's her mother, and you're like an outsider. Everybody knew, your mom knew, everybody knew but you. I feel sorry for Nova right now, but I just want to see how she's gonna handle this. I want to see what happens to this family. I don't know. I'll let y'all know. So I did get a few things, the bookish things, just a few for my birthday. So I did want to share. So I bought A.E. Valdez, Snow King Catches His Snowflake. This is the first book in a 3-book series. What is the name of the series called? 3 Kings series. So each book is following one of the brothers in this, and they all have like winter names, and I'm going to mix them all up. So I'm not going to even try. When this is a short one just to get the book started, and each book gets thicker and thicker as they go. I don't know if you all have seen it, but that 3rd book is crazy. It's like Demon's Dream crazy. So I don't think that I will get to all 3 of these in the winter season. We'll see. We'll see how good this is, to see how quick I want to get through this series. After being in a relationship for 3 years, Noelle Frost is faced with the reality that she definitely was the better half. Her friends, ecstatic she's dropped the dead weight of a cheating boyfriend, urge her to get away for the holiday and take some time for herself. Not sure if that'll fix anything, but willing to try. She books a last-minute trip to the world-renowned Mistletoe Mountain Resort. Noelle boards the plane with the promise of peace and relaxation on the horizon. Snow King is stuck in a rut, believing himself undeserving of joy and pleasure after suffering more than one devastating loss. One he still shoulders the blame for. Even with supportive friends and family, he still prefers solitude. Every year, instead of trudging through the painful memories Christmas brings, he takes a solo trip to escape the holiday cheer. Typically, that's anywhere that doesn't remind him of the season. But this year, his well-meaning assistant books him a trip to the North Pole reincarnate. An overbooking incident, one disrobed guest, and a nasty run-in with pepper spray tell the Christmas story in a way you won't believe. I don't know that it's going to be funny, but that last line was pretty hilarious to me. Run in with pepper spray. 220 pages. Can't wait. And these also are free on Kindle Unlimited. Then Gina Loves to Read got me 2 books. She got me The Scammer. This has been a very popular book. It's been everywhere, so I'm not going to read the back, but it's another Tiffany D. Jackson. I cannot wait to read this one because this and Blood in the Water are the only books that I haven't read by her. I believe. I believe. Then Gina also got me Miss Candace, Soul Ties. I have been wanting to read this book because the premise just grabbed me and it sounded like a really good one. But I've had this on my Kindle. I've taken it off my Kindle. I put it on my Kindle. I take it off my Kindle. I don't know why. I just, you need to make room sometimes on your Kindle. They're like, oh, you need to return a book to get the book you really want to read. So it's just been on and off, on and off. This is the newest version of this book. The previous cover, I was not a fan of. I don't like the covers that look like a 1996 Dirty South mixtape. I'm talking about them gas station CDs that you used to get. Like I don't like those covers, y'all, but this cover looks so sweet. It makes the book seem even better than I think it's going to be. You know what I mean? But like I love this cover. So thank you for getting me this cover and not the mixtape. A woman searching for her true passion discovers a strong connection with a man who can never be hers. Sienna and Amiri have been together for 4 years, but ever since he put a 3-carat engagement ring on her finger, she's been having second thoughts. Like maybe she wants more out of her relationship than an internet famous boyfriend who's more concerned with keeping his followers happy than making her happy. So when Sienna receives the coveted golden envelope, an invitation to Pandora's annual New Year's Eve masquerade ball, she decides to attend, hoping to unlock her secret desires. What she discovers there is kind of intense connection no woman in her right mind will walk away from. Jihad knows exactly what's missing from his life the moment he lays eyes on Sienna. The woman is fire, and he walks willingly into the flames. Once her sexy curves are under him, he knows they belong together. Thing is, Jihad already has a woman, a very pregnant wife who wants nothing to do with him. Hopped up on hormones, Leighton sends him out on a hall pass to find someone else to satisfy his needs. And now he's aching for a woman he can never have again. Then Sienna turns up on Jihad's doorstep. She's the new doula his wife hired to help her get through the rest of a difficult pregnancy. How's Jihad supposed to do the right thing when everything in his heart and mind tells him his soul is tied to Sienna's? Now, one would look at this and say, this is trifling as hell. So you get a hall pass. You get with this chick. Look like at a sex club. I don't know what they say? Pandora's annual New Year's Eve masquerade ball. Sounds freaky. You get this hall pass to go do whatever you're going to do. You catch this girl. You attracted to her, but you got a whole pregnant wife at home. Then this chick you probably did something with that night is your wife's doula. This sounds messy, and I'm here for the mess. Then she also got me one of those Kindle clickers. I have not opened any of these yet because I want to wait until I can show you what they were. I'm not opening all these right now, but I'll, you guys know the little clicker that you put on the side of the Kindle. So you'll like put it on the side of the Kindle here. So if I'm like laying down and I don't feel like swiping, just lazy shit. And you just click. I want to try it out and I cannot wait. I'm not going to open this box either, but one of those pillow stands. So when I put my clicker on my Kindle, I can mount my Kindle on this pillow stand, have my little snacks there, like probably like when I'm down in our family room and we're like in my cozy corner on my couch, watching TV or whatever, while he's watching the game and I can just be watching my Kindle and eating my popcorn or whatever I'm going to eat. Thank you, Gina, for my B-Day gifts. Then I may or may not have succumbed to the book outlet, the $5.99 sale. This is my birthday gift to me. I only got 6 books. I didn't get a whole lot because I ordered this honestly after Gina got me those. So I was like, okay. And after I got the 1 book for myself. So I was like, I don't need all them books. So I already got those 3. So then I got another 6. I wanted to make it 7 just to make it even 10. But I didn't see anything I wanted. And I didn't want to be hasty. I do have another cart full of books. And today is the last day for it, I think. But I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it because Christmas is still coming. There's still more gift cards to be had. And I don't want to pay for the books. Point period blank. I don't want to pay for them. So I only did this. This is a $35 purchase for 6 books. So I couldn't be mad at that. But doing another $35, now we're going to $60, $70. Like that, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to get these books and be happy. And I don't even remember what I got. So let's see together. So first I have Mrs. Wiggins by Mary Monroe. I feel like everybody has read this book. Everybody has probably seen this book. I'm not sure. I just know it's about a bunch of church mess and church drama, and I'm here for it. I have one book that I did buy in Second and Charles by Mary Monroe. I think it's one of her older ones. It just by the cover, it just looks old. I've never read from this author, and I'm very excited to read from her because so many people love her books. I've heard that they're just a good time, and I just can't wait. Oh, I love the way these words are in here. It almost feels like large print, but it's not. Mrs. Wiggins, can't wait. So then I have Peach Seed by Anita Gale Jones. I'm really not sure what this one's about. I think it's a historical fiction. I want to say it may have a touch of magical realism in it. I'm not sure because I know it said something about a smell of a perfume and this peach seed monkey. I don't know. Like, I have no idea what it's about. And honestly, y'all, I don't want to read the back of this because when I read it, I was like going back and forth, like, do I want this? And it's a whole lot on the back, so I'm really not going to read it. But I want you to look this up on Goodreads to see if it's something that you may like. But it seems like it's going to be a really good read. One of those slow, cozy reads is what it seems like. The words are big. I picked some good ones. Then I have For the Summer, Love Haters. Y'all know I love my Catherine Center. I feel like I always read her books like springtime, summertime, and they're just always a good time. They're fun. They always have sprayed edges. They're just pretty books. So this was a pretty popular one, I think, last summer or the summer before. I can't remember, but I got this one to go in my summer pile. So when the weather starts breaking, which I can't wait for. Oh my God, it's so cold. This will be one of the first ones I read for the season. Then I got If Something Happens to Me by Alex Finlay. This is, or Finley. This is a thriller. I first saw this book on Tracy's page. Tracy's Open Books. Is that what it's called? I think that's what your is that what your channel is called? Tracy. I got this from Tracy. She was doing either a book haul or a wrap up or something, and I saw her reading or telling us what this book was about, and I was like, this sounds good. Y'all know I don't read from a lot of male authors, so we'll see. We'll see. Oh my God, there's so much in here. Oh my Lord, and the words are small. For the past 5 years, Ryan Richardson has relived that terrible night, the car door ripping open, the crushing blow to the head, the hands yanking him from the vehicle, his girlfriend Allie's piercing scream as she's taken. With no trace of Allie or the car, a cloud of suspicion hangs over Ryan. But with no proof and a good lawyer, he's never charged, though that doesn't matter to podcasters and internet trolls. Now, Ryan has changed his last name and entered law school. He's put his past behind him until on a summer trip to Italy with his law school classmates, Ryan gets a call from his father. Allie's car has been found, submerged in a lake in Ryan's hometown. Inside are 2 dead men and a cryptic note with 5 words written on the envelope in Allie's handwriting. If something happens to me. Then, halfway around the world, the unthinkable happens. Ryan sees the man who has haunted his dreams since that night. As Ryan faces the rolling hills of Tuscany to a rural village in the UK, to the glittering streets of Paris in search of the truth, he has no idea that his salvation may lie within a young sheriff's deputy in Kansas working her first case and a mobster in Philadelphia who's experienced tragedy of his own. Sounds like a suspenseful time, and I'm ready to get into it. Sounds like it'll be a good audio book too, so I'm gonna make sure I check to see if that's on audio. Uh-oh. Then I have What Happens to the McCrays by Tracy Lang. I've never read from this author before. When Kyle McCray gets word his father has suffered a debilitating stroke, he returns to his hometown of Potsdam, New York, where he doesn't expect a warm welcome. Kyle left suddenly 2.5 years ago, abandoning the people who depended on him. His father, his employees, his friends, not to mention Casey, his wife of 16 years, and a beloved teacher in town. He plans to lie low and help his dad recuperate until he can leave again, especially after Casey makes it clear she wants him gone. The longer he's home, the more Kyle understands the impact his departure had on the people who left him, that he left behind. When he's presented with an opportunity for redemption as the coach of the floundering middle school hockey team, he begins to find compassion in unexpected places. Kyle even considers staying in Potsdam, but that's only possible if he and Casey can come to some kind of peace with each other. So maybe it's a second chance. I don't know. Like, I don't think this is a romance at all. It looks like, obviously, from what I just read, guy leaves town for whatever reason. We're going to find out what that reason is. He gets an opportunity to stay there, and what comes of that. So I was looking for cozy winter reads. A lot of these, honestly. So that's why I did good, because a lot of these are actually on my Goodreads TBR. Like, I didn't get any books that were just, except that Peach Seed. I didn't get any books that I haven't saved to want to read. You know how you have a whole list on your TBR and then you go buy 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books that you ain't never heard of. Like, I didn't do that. I actually stuck to books that were on my TBR, and I'm proud of myself. Then, y'all, after Hold My Girl, I need more. I need more Charlene Carr. So I got We Ripped the World Apart by the same author who wrote Hold My Girl. Y'all know I gave that 5 stars. I enjoyed that book so much that I wanted more by her, and I wanted this cover. And when I saw this cover, I was sold. I was sold. It's another cover. I think it's like blue or something like that, but it doesn't look as cozy. These colors just say it's a little cozier. So, it's got the deckled edges. I love deco edges. When 24-year-old Karila discovers she's pregnant with a child she isn't sure she wants, her struggle to understand her place in the world as a woman who is half black and half white, yet feels neither, is amplified. Her mother, Evelyn, fled to Canada with her husband and their firstborn child, Anthony, during the politically charged Jamaican exodus of the 1980s, only to realize they'd come to a place where black men are viewed with suspicion. A constant reality Evelyn watches her husband and Nunn navigate daily. Years later, in the aftermath of Anthony's murder by the police, Evelyn's mother-in-law, Violet, moves in, offering young Karila a link to a Jamaican heritage she's never fully known. Despite Violet's efforts to help them through their grief, the traumas they carry grow into a web of secrets and threatens the very family they all hold so dear. Back in the present, Karila, prompted by fear and uncertainty about the new life she carries, must come to terms with the mystery surrounding her family's past and the need to make sense of both her identity and her future. Weaving the women's stories across multiple timelines, We Rip the World Apart reveals the ways that simple choices made in the heat of the moment with the best of intentions can have a deep, lasting repercussions, especially when people remain silent. Seems cozy. Am I predicting this is a 5-star like Hold My Girl was? No, because my expectations are high. So so I'm going into this knowing we're not going to get another 5-star read. I don't know if this was written before or written after Hold My Girl. I don't know. I just want to read more by that author, and I really don't care. So that was a little impromptu book haul that I really could have saved for another day, but I didn't want to make it like a super long book haul video later when I get more books, like if I get gift cards and stuff. So that's that. I'm about to go somewhere and read and take my nap. I will be back when I have an update on A Sky Full of Love. Y'all, so it is days later. I worked the last 2 days, so I haven't had the chance to come and update you on A Sky Full of Love. I did finish this Tuesday night. I'm still sitting on a rating for this book, I think, just because it was a lot of things in one. I would say the beginning of this book felt more like a thriller because it was really suspenseful, trying to see Nova, while she was in captivity and things like that. So it felt more suspenseful. Then it became more like a literary fiction. Then it became more of like romance. Like, it has a lot in this book. And toward, like I say, the last 30%, it became more like Christian fiction, which is cool. But I think it rounded out to be more like a Christian fiction because of how the story turned out. The story is about forgiveness. It's about family. It's about love. It's about a whole lot of things. You know what I mean? Honesty. It's about a lot of stuff, y'all. So was this book what I thought it was going to be? Kinda, but not really. It's like, I really didn't expect it to be all that it was, like all the different, like, sprinkles of all the genres basically in one book. But I don't regret it at all. It was a good read, a solid read, but it's not like a high rating. I know it's a pretty mid book, but you do have to suspend your belief a little bit. But like I said, when it turned into more like Christian fiction, it made sense as to why I had to suspend my belief. I really can't say too much else about like that without giving a lot away. So I'll leave it up to you to figure that out. But I did enjoy this read. I do want to check out more by this author. I haven't even like dug deep enough to see if Lorna Lewis has written anything else, if anything else like grabs my attention from her. And if it does, you already know I'm gonna get it. So so that's this one. I later on today, the book club, well, tomorrow technically, but you know, I always start a day early because they read real fast and I read slower than them. So I have to always start a day early. So later on today, or probably like in a little bit, I'll probably start listening to this. My first Christmas read of the season. I think I'm gonna dedicate next week to all Christmas reads. I started like about two years ago or so. Like whenever I started this channel, like 2 years ago, I was like, oh, I'm reading all, you know, holiday books for December, blah, blah, blah. But that gets old real quick. Like I cannot do Jingle All the Way like for the whole month. I just can't do it. I do want to get a little sprinkle of the holiday season in my books. So this is the thickest book that I'll probably be reading this season. I'm probably just going to be reading like shorter ones, like little novellas, or like the one I talked about earlier in this video, Snow King Catches His Snowflake by A.E. Valdez. And I got like 3 different novellas between like 60 and 100, like low hundreds, you know, pages on my Kindle. It's a lot of Christmas reads on Kindle Unlimited, novellas, things like that. If you want to, you know, check out holiday reads and things like that, a lot of fellow YouTubers are doing like their Christmas reads for the year. So go check all of the booktubers out if you're looking for Christmas reads. But I am jumping off the season with this one. I think it's going to be a funny time, a fun time, a spicy time, just like her other one was. So that concludes this vlog, y'all. As always, thank y'all for hanging out with me. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and hype this video. And I will see y'all on the next one.